Hi, everybody. Karen Roby here for Tech Republic and ZDNet. Thanks for being with us today. Talking with Tyler Collins, the VP of Energy Services for Precision Hawk. And Tyler, thanks for being with us. Talk a little bit about the work that you guys do on a daily basis, and then we can talk about why it's really important at this time of crisis that we're in here all across the world.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thanks a lot for having me, Karen. I'm excited to talk about what we're doing and why it's critically important that we're still able to really help keep the power on. So, Precision Hawk is a large drone company in the United States that we have pilots out in the field flying drones, collecting critical data for utility companies. We're helping those utility companies utilize that data in order to keep the power on, which is most prevalent right now while most of us are working from home.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing why, companies that were already set up to work from home or were comfortable with it already are handling this better. Unfortunately, that some that just weren't, as so many are scrambling to do this. We're all, a lot of us fighting with Wi-Fi and that kind of thing from home. So when we talk about these critical infrastructure workers that are out there making sure the lights are staying on and doing oftentimes dangerous work and things like that. And some of these hotspots too that we're seeing across the country. Tyler, talk a little bit about how the work of your pilots is assisting these workers.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we look at critical infrastructure like electric utility lines, this is what delivers power to our house and allows us to continue working every day. And in order to keep the power on, we have to ensure that there's no damage to those utility poles, that trees are not getting too close to the wires, which can cause power outages, which, we experience it when storms come through. It can take hours or even in some cases days to turn back on. And when we're dealing with the issues that we're dealing with today with the virus and we have to work from home, it's even more critical that we identify those faults or those damage or potential things that could cause the power outages. So we're able to work with the utility workers by deploying our pilots in the field who can stay socially distant away from other people, especially the public, because they're able to fly a drone and really reach out a far distance to inspect all of those utility poles down the line. And then we're able to take that data back in and work with the utility using machine learning and AI to help us efficiently identify potential problem areas so that they can rapidly deploy their utility workers back out to preemptively fix those potential damages before they may cause an outage and take out the power to the people in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, very important work, obviously, here, Tyler. And I think one of the things that would, maybe surprise, our audience, we have a lot of very tech savvy people people that truly understand the tech behind the tech. And while we hear a lot about and know a lot about drones, I think it would probably surprise some people truly, even those that are very tech savvy, to know just how much tech is behind the work that you guys are doing. The AI and machine learning, I didn't realize that was being layered in as well. So you're really taking a lot of cutting edge technology to do the work that used to be done in a very different way. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we look at the entire process of collecting and processing data to get answers for the utilities, on the front end, we have to fly the drone. And the drone is a cutting edge piece of technology. It's being driven by cutting edge software that automatically can fly that drone in a very safe way. You look at how utilities used to do these inspections in the past, and they would either use real helicopters with somebody looking out the window, or they would have somebody climb a structure or climb a pole, which tends to be a little bit dangerous. And so the technology on the front end, which can sense what's around the drone with the sensor that's on the drone that's actually taking the photos of what we're expecting, allows us to just increase the safety out of the gate while collecting and digitizing the information around the infrastructure. And then on the back end, it's important to get answers out of that data because we're collecting millions and millions of photos with the utilities that we work with. So we've had to develop machine learning and artificial intelligence that can help us automate that process to work through those images to, one, just be a little bit more consistent, but be able to do that much more quickly. And by being able to do that more quickly and by collecting the data in a safer way, we're really changing the paradigm of how utilities are able to manage their infrastructure and really deliver power more reliably to the consumer.
All right, very good. Well, that's good to hear that you guys are out there and doing such important work to help keep the lights on, Tyler. That's what we've got to do. We're seeing a lot of companies that are coming together and in different ways that are helping and making their work more known now to the general public, because it's also important at this time when we're all kind of sitting on pins and needles, unfortunately. Well, we appreciate you being here with us today. Again, that's Tyler Collins with Precision Hawk. And for much more on our coverage, make sure you check this all out on Tech Republic and ZDNet. Thanks for watching.